Hello, welcome to Awakening to True Self with Nina. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about why I've been away for such a long time and about what we have been going through this April and a little bit about the energies from May. So welcome in. I hope you guys are doing well. I have been going through quite a bit, I have to say. It's been a bumpy ride. Let's just say that, okay? But I will take you through it. So what I have been feeling on my physical self, on my human, is a lot of dizziness, nausea. I've been feeling like sometimes, and I told you this before, when it's really heavy sunstorms and stuff, I really feel it. And so I've been feeling like somebody's like standing beside me and pushing me because all of a sudden I'm like, losing my balance. So it's been really, really heavy on the body. And also my body has been feeling really, really heavy. To the point where some days I couldn't do anything. I was just lying on the sofa, totally worn out. And I knew that it was energies that just needed to integrate. And also, this has been a time where we have been really, if we had some leftover stuff that we needed to kind of go through regarding the dark knowledge of soul or trauma from childhood, those kind of energies. This was the time when we were being invited to really start doing the work or doing the last of the work or kind of getting down into it. There was no getting around it. There was no way of us saying no to that because that's what these energies that came to the planet right now, that's what they did. And you can't escape it. It happens to everybody, even if they are conscious about it or not conscious about it. It is something about our energy field on the planet changing and also then within our physical form. So we have all experienced it, but in different ways, because it all depends on what you have done so far, what you have experienced in your physical form so far. Do you have any physical illnesses? Do you have any trauma at all? Do you have anxiety? Do you have PTSD? It all depends on where you are. And also, it depends on your blueprint as to what you have decided to experience in this lifetime. So it's different for everybody. So that's why it's sometimes very difficult to do these monthly energy updates, because I can tell you about what I see and the energies coming to the planet and what, of course, Spirit is telling me about different things. And I can give you advice as to how to maneuver those energies. But I don't know your individual journey. So it's really difficult for me to say that this is what's going to happen, because it's going to be different for everybody. Just to have that said. So, but that's kind of what I've been going through. And for me, I have previously been diagnosed, of course, with panic attacks, anxiety, PTSD, among other things, and chronic fatigue syndrome. And so these things, of course, has arisen. Of course, it arises suddenly when it arises, but of course it comes back to something that I experienced in childhood and in the teenage years. So I had to go back kind of into those energies again to feel them through and release. And, these things takes time. It isn't done in just one session. It's layers on layers and layers and layers. And for me, I think the last layer now has been really giving into the fact that I am a very sensitive person. I've always been, I'm an empath. I see things, of course, clearly. And I can never kind of fit in to the things that society is calling the norm, okay? I come from a family that has been part of that career thing, where, and I live in a place in Norway where career is very important. There's many rich people that lives in my area, not that I'm rich at all, but my parents are, more or less, they're okay. They're maybe higher middle class or something like that. I don't know. But I have been kind of brought up in a system where career, what kind of house you have, what kind of car you have, those kind of things are important. And of course, me as a person, I'm not like that. And so I never really fit in anywhere. you know, I didn't fit in at school. I didn't fit in, I feel like with the girls groups. I never fit in with the girls groups. I was always friends with the boys. I had more in common with them for some odd reason. And I did things that other people didn't do, like I did the drama thing. I wanted to become an actress and everything like that. I sang and I danced and I did gymnastics and those kind of things that other people around here, not so very many people, did those kind of things. And I was kind of expected to go a certain way. They wanted me to go a certain way. Not that my parents weren't encouraging, because they were. They encouraged me and said, if you want to become an actress, of course, that's what you're going to do. So it wasn't that, but it's society as a whole and where I live. It's very much about the money and about the career and, those kind of things. And I just didn't fit in. And, but of course, growing up the way I did, and I tried the acting thing, and then I tried the guide thing. I lived in Spain and Portugal and Greece for almost 5 years and guided Scandinavian people. So I've done a lot of fun stuff and everything. And then I came back home after those years, and I decided to try and follow the norm. So I went into marketing. I took an extra education on that. So I had a bachelor degree in management, and I tried to do that thing. And I pushed myself, and I wanted to be part of that group. I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be like everybody else, because that's kind of what you have to do in order to fit in, right? And I pushed myself, and I did so much, and I did extra on every job I had. I took on extra, I was always responsible for the parties at work, the kickoffs at work, the big meetings when people came from abroad. I took care of them. I fixed and I did so much extra stuff. And on side of that, I took education to, even more within marketing and stuff. And so I hit the wall running, people. Totally. And that was long before I became sick, actually. I went back to work. I hit the wall running, came back to work, hit the wall running, came back to work. I just wanted to do so much and be so much for everybody else. And of course, I had some stuff happening to me in childhood and in teenage years that I never addressed. So this is the recipe for becoming ill later in life, I have to say. So I think this year is actually 10 years ago when I was diagnosed with panic attacks and anxiety and PTSD. So it kind of hit me in the back of the head, this life that I've been leading. And so the reason why I'm telling you this story is because what happened to me this April is that I finally realized I'm never going to fit in. I'm never going to be the person that other people want me to be, or do the things that other people want me to do, or be a normal person in this environment where I live. It's just not going to work for me. I'm not that person. I have to let that go. And with that, I have to let go of the need for being accepted by the people around me. I'm not saying that my family doesn't accept me. They do. But I think they wanted something different from me. They're not agreeing with what I can see and what I can do. They're not there. Except for my sister, she is, thankfully. So it's, I know that people wanted something different from me. And also some of my older friends, many of them have fallen away. Some of them are still here. Some of them accept what I do, but some of them don't, but that's okay. But I have to stop trying to be something I'm not. I have to stop trying to fit in. I never fit in, never in any way, shape or form. So why can't I stop trying, And that has been, even though I've been doing this work for a long time, even though I have been working on myself for so many years, I still had that little leftover in me that maybe I can go back to working with that. Maybe I can do this for that person. Maybe I can, I always want to serve. I always want to do. I always want to give, to have that acceptance and love come back to me, right? So that's what I've been working on this April. And that's why I've been away for so long, because this takes time, people. It's not done in a day, okay? And so what I've been doing is that I've been trying to just live my life. I've been trying to just be present. I haven't been meditating a lot. I haven't been doing yoga. I haven't been doing my walks or anything. I've been just trying to, be present with the kids. Be present with making dinner. Be present with washing the clothes. Be present with grooming the dog. Be present with it. Be here. Live the life. And in that process, I've been kind of looking at myself like, who is she really, this Nina person? Who is she? And trying to get to know me, my human. And trying to look at it from different perspectives. Okay, why is she doing that now? Why is she thinking that now? And it's been a really fun process for me, I have to say. And also, finally coming to the point where I feel like I don't have to do anything for anybody. Really. I can just be. And I don't need that acceptance for everybody else. I really don't need it. I have my fiance, I have my children, I have my animals, I have some friends that are really, really good friends and close friends. I have my sister. It's enough. It's more than enough. So I don't have to please everybody else. I don't have to change in order for other people to accept me at all. I can just be me. And that's totally okay. So I felt like this was important to share with you. Okay? I know it's going to be a long video, probably because I'm going to get into some stuff that I channeled as well. But I just wanted to kind of tell you why I've been away for so long and what has been happening with me, because maybe it's happening to you too, and maybe some of the stuff that I'm talking about will help you in your journey, and that's why I share it, okay? But let us get into something. I have also brewed myself a little cup of coffee today, so I'm just going to have a sip and open my book, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I was channeling in this process that I've been going through. Not about my process, but about what's going on with the energies and why, what are they rattling up in us. Because I had this one day where the energies were so strong and I was totally knocked off my feet. I was so tired. And after lying on the sofa for a while, I took up pen and paper and I just started writing. I was okay, tell me what's going on. Why is this happening? So it is written in Norwegian, so I just have to translate while I read it. So be patient, people. Okay, so let's go into this. So I did this the 10th of April, it says here. So it is a while ago, but it's very relevant even so. So I was asking them. I really, really sank down deep and I called in all of them and I said, what is happening? So they said, because it's been these eclipses, right? And we're also just coming out of the full moon in Scorpio, and it's been some trine or alignment with the planets, and it's been Mercury retrograde, everything at once, together with the Schumann resonance going off the charts every here and there, and sunstorms. So yeah, energies are off the charts. Okay, so what they said is that when planets are in different positions, they will express different energies. The sun, the moon, the earth on a line will make different energies than when they are not on the line, because these are big balls of magnetism, okay, every planet. So of course when they are moving and interacting with each other, it would change the energies. I mean, it makes sense, right? So everything is energy and vibration. The planets are magnets that are opposite each other, and all of these energies will be felt by those who are sensitive like you, okay? The galaxy is also moving, so we are getting into new energies all the time. it works also together with other galaxies, you know. So everything is in movement the whole time. The galaxies, the planets, the stars, and they're also vibrating the whole time. Stars send out light and energy all the time. Also the planets. Everything on the planet is also in movement all the time. The planet itself in orbit, the planet itself because it's turning. Everything on the planet is also in movement. All the animals, all the plants, the water, the wind, us humans, everything is in constant movement. Think about that, people. Everything is in constant movement, and everything is energy, vibrating on different frequencies. And as a sensitive person, you will feel that. So we are being hit also by energy waves the entire time. You as an empath, as a sensitive, will feel this on your physical form. Gaia is a living being. She also has a road that she has chosen and is choosing. There are different times and different things happening within that time. Okay, because time doesn't exist, but of course here in this 3D world we have time. So in this time, what you as a soul is wishing to experience in your life, you make for your human. So I've been talking about this before, right? That you as a higher self put things in your path of your human to experience. Okay. Now, all of this is channeled information, by the way. So I'm just there reading what they told me here. If a group of souls have wished to come to see if you can wake up a part of the planet in this time, then so that's what they have chosen. Other people or other souls have chosen other things. Everything just is. We as light are creating all the time. There are no limits. We are a part of the all that is, of God, and we create what we want. So this is your light being, your higher self, okay? Creates what you want. From when you were born from the light, from God's source energy, until you get merged back with the God source energy. So you create that entire time, with different lives. We live forever. So everything in this foreverness is created by us as God. Then there are undergroups which go together about creating things as well, like planets, stars, animals, people, plants, etc. There is no limits for what we can create. We create and we experience, alone and together. And then I ask, so what are we creating now? Everything and nothing. Different groups with souls are creating different things. Everything depends on what the collective wanted to create. So one truth is right for one group and another truth is right for another. And this is an important information because people can create something that you are not seeing because you're part of another group. So they are creating something that's truth for them and you are creating something that's truth for you, and that doesn't necessarily match. So all truths are true for the one experiencing that truths, which is something I've said many times before. And then I asked again, because I wanted to know more about what's happening with Gaia, what's happening with the planet. But what about Gaia in this time? And then, and also I asked, because I wanted to know if I should do energy updates every month. And then they said yes, but no, because every group will experience different things, like they said before, with the different groups have ordered or are creating different things. So it's difficult to say that this is what you're going to experience this month, because maybe you're not in the same group, and so you're experiencing things differently. And so I asked them, okay, but what is it important for me to share then? And then they said, share how unique you are as light, that we create all the time, that there are no limits, that groups have different tasks and different wishes, information about different projects. And when they say projects, it's an agreement of creation, okay? Share where you're coming from. Share the galactic interactivity. Help them not fear others, meaning the star people, or death. Help them not to fear death. Help them to see who they are, to know what angels are, light beings, energies, out-of-body experiences, near-death experiences, psychic mediums, quantum, higher selves, guides. Everything is light energy. So this is what they want me to share with you in the future. So that's interesting. Okay. Now let's get into the project. I mentioned that before. So projects and or what do you call that? Försök. Trial and error. Trying something. Like a project or trying something new. Okay. So what they're doing is creating new animals, creating new star people, creating new plants, creating planets, creating stars, changing consciousnesses, a level of consciousnesses, changing frequencies. What happens if we lower a frequency? What happens if we heighten a frequency? Light is frequency, symbols are frequency, colors, light, everything is frequency, everything is energy, vibrating on different frequencies. So these are different projects that the different groups are working on, okay? And then I had a lot of channeling in this one session, I have to say. So, and then I wanted to talk about, okay, so what is the reason why we're here? They said to explore, to feel, and to experience. That's why we're here. So I just want to see, there's so much information here. I don't think I can take everything in this one video, but that's kind of how far I got in this today. So I think I'm going to stop there, because now we're going to get into some really specific things. And so I think I have to split that up into different videos. But this is just part of what they were experiencing or explaining to me about what we have been experiencing so far in April month. And that's why people have been feeling it so hard. You know, I know people have been totally knocked out. Totally knocked out. But now I'm going to just take a break on the channeled information, and then I'm going to go into the general energy that they say is coming for next month. But now you understand why it's difficult for me to do this monthly and give you advice. It has to be very, just a second, very overall explanation of the energies. I'm just going to have some coffee. Yeah, so I might have to change the way I do these updates. I'm not sure how I should do it. I haven't really decided yet how I'm going to do it. If I'm going to continue doing this energy updates, I can, of course, because it's about the overall energy, which I'm going to go into now. But at the same time, it's difficult for me to give you one-on-one advice as to how to maneuver it. I might do, and let me know in the comment section what you would prefer. Would you prefer that I just do an energy update like I have been doing, where I talk about the general energies? Or would you like me to do it live so that I can tell about the general energies, but then you can ask maybe questions regarding specific topics that you are feeling, or would you rather that you just ask those questions under the energy update that I already pre-recorded, and then I can answer it in the next video? I'm not sure how to do that, but I mean, give me some information on, or some response to what you would prefer, because I'm having this channel because I want to share what I have been experiencing and how I'm dealing with things and what I have seen. And since I have this connection, this gift, I want to share and I want to help people. So I want you to kind of give me feedback on what you would prefer, okay? Because I'm really not sure how to do this. But I will, of course, make videos on general, specific channel information that I'm getting, like I have been doing. But with the monthly thing, I'm not so sure where to go. So that's why I'm asking you. But right now, I'm going to hold on to my crystals. I have a beautiful amethyst here. And my quartz, my beautiful quartz, that I sometimes hold on to heighten the energy for communication. So let us then get into the energies of May. Okay, Spirit, please guide me. Show me what's going to happen for May. What's going to happen for May? Okay. First of all, they're actually showing me the 30th of April. I don't know if there's something happening on the 30th. I'm not an astrologer, people, and I forget to look into the planets and what's going on. There might be something going on the 30th of April, because that's the date they're showing me. Can you tell me more about the 30th of April? Why is that important? They're showing me fire, so either fiery energy or something about fire on the 30th of April. How will that impact people? Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so there might be, okay. It could be sunstorm. I'm just seeing fire. So there might be something fire on the planet, or heavy sunstorms, or fire energy in general, and it might feel not that, because they're showing me like it's going to knock you off your feet. So just a heads up on that. And on 30th of April, you might not want to make too many plans. You might want to make space and room for integrating energies. So there might also be kind of a hit with energies coming on the 30th of April. Yeah, I know you're here. You don't have to do that. Thank you. Yeah, because I'm just seeing is that we're being hit from the side, losing our balance. So I think it's important to just kind of not have many plans on that day, and kind of have the space and the time to integrate, okay? Yeah, okay, thank you. So let's go for May then. Okay. Okay, so that's interesting. They're showing me energy going through the body. Coming from behind, actually, and going through and out. So there's something about a surge of something in, I'm feeling the upper part of the body, the heart space, lungs, heart, that area. It's like there are pushing energies into, or not pushing, they're giving, and we are receiving, of course. But I think there's an option to heal the heart now. Heal heart, lungs, this area. And it comes as almost like a Morse code. So it's not constant, but it's kind of coming a little waves, little surge, little waves. And so they're kind of encouraging us to let go, let something open up the heart and let something out, okay? So that's what they're showing me for May. And they're showing me that that's going to go on to the 22nd, it's at least 3 weeks into May. This energy we will be in that energy then. So meaning that we will be in an energy where we are guided to let go something heavy on the heart. Okay, so receiving these energies, and they will come from behind you, and you might feel a little push, and then you are encouraged to open up your heart like so here and just let it go. Okay, feel through, let it go, open up for healing. They're also saying protected. Michael is here. So he will be with you in that process. So you can trust and you can let go. Because there's something about heavy on the heart. Okay. So they're wanting us to... so it's two things. It's the emotional part, but it's also actually the physical part. It's heart activation. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a heart activation. Okay, cool. Now I understand. So thank you. Oh, that's going to be a big month. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you. So what they're saying is for some of you, if you have a heavy heart right now, if you have been going through or are in a situation, or you have some wounds from the past, this will be the time to heal it. Okay. Emotional wounds. It can be sorrow of losing someone, either to death or in a marriage, or, no longer being a friend or whatever. It's that kind of grief that I'm feeling with this. And an invitation to finally let go of that grief. But you have to feel it through in order for it to go. Because, the nervous system is the in-between between the physical form and your energetic body. So it needs to be felt through the nervous system in order for it to be let go. So there's no escaping that. You have to kind of feel it through, be bold enough to feel it through. So I think also what is wise then in that situation is that for the first 3 weeks of May, at least, if you cannot make too many plans, okay, to set aside at least time and space for you to feel these things through and open up and letting go, because it has to be done in... I don't think you can do it all in one sitting, I think you have to set aside time several times a week and just go through that process. Receiving the energy, let it go. Receiving the energy, let it go. Feeling it through, crying it out, basically, is what they're saying here. So be bold enough to do that now. And also, if you are someone who has lost someone, who's really missing someone, who is really in a space of deep grief, ask your angels and guides to come and help you, to support you. Michael is there. As he said, he will be with you. But also remember, nobody is ever gone. Okay, it's as I've been saying all along, that we are all emanating from the one source energy. We are light beings having a human experience, and so whomever you lost has done the same and has now chosen to get out of this game called earthly life and go back to being a light being, and you will meet them again when it's your time to leave this game that we call life. So nobody's really gone, and also they can be around you whenever. Don't forget that whenever you feel them or think about them, they're there. The essence of them, the energy of them will be there with you. So nobody's truly gone. So you can also ask them to come and help you with letting go of the sorrow of feeling the loss for them. Okay, so that's another thing. And if it is a loss of a person that's still alive, whether it be a friend or a broken marriage or something like that, you can call upon their light being, their higher self, to come and actually help you. So it's the same process, since we are all light. So that's something that we can do as well. Just, to help you get through that, because it might be heavy for those who May might be heavy, those 3 weeks, for those who have a lot of grief going on. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of advice there. Okay, let's see. What else do you have, Spirit, for May? It's going to be a big month, is what they're saying, you know, when it comes to clearing out, cleansing. Okay. What else? Okay, so they're showing me that after these weeks are gone, after this surge of that energy, that the heart activation is done, it's going to feel very light, and it's going to feel I'm seeing lots of flowers. I'm seeing someone sitting out in a meadow with flowers, and it's just silence, and it's just harmony, and it's just, you know. So that's kind of what they're showing me, is that once we have done this, it's going to be a whole different story. Okay, so this is the last leg of the things that has already been set in motion in April. Okay, so I feel like the energies that we have been integrating so far has been on the entire body, but now it's the heart activation, and that's a strong one. And if you are bold enough to do this, then your life is going to look very different in the end of May, is what I'm feeling. Okay, I can't promise you that, but that's what I'm feeling, and that's what they're showing me. Okay, what else, Spirit? Okay. Yeah. Okay. They're giving me a very deep tone, and they're showing an energy beam, if you will, with a very deep tone. They're also showing me that all the light beings, you know, all the angels, all the ascended masters, they're all coming together as one. I told you this once before. I think it was 1.5 years ago in September, where they all came together like that to anchor in the 5D grid on Gaia, planet Gaia, and kind of starting the shift, or anchoring the shift, and everything else happening after that has kind of been an aftermath. So now they're coming together. Oh, I'm getting the chills. Okay, so now they're coming together again. They're showing me this one very strong, deep-toned energy flow. And they're all coming together as one. And they're saying that this is kind of where things are shifting. This is where... Because this year, and I know many people have said that this year is pivotal in this shift, okay? So they're kind of showing me that this beam right here, with this heart activation, that's kind of what's going to make the change. It's very profound. And it's a cosmic beam of energy. I'm not sure where it's coming from. They're just showing me this beam of energy. And they're all coming together as one. They're giving me the tone of the energy. And they're telling me that this is profound. In shifting the consciousness of the planet. And of course, even though we have shifted the consciousness of the entire planet, it will take time for those who are not that sensitive, and those who don't know anything about what's going on. It will take them time to integrate those energies as well. I do, however, feel that if they are in a very low vibrational state, that it's either going to be really heavy on them, or they're not going to be able to stay in the physical form. The physical, because this energy coming now is so high frequent that it will really, really rattle up anything that's very low vibrational, okay? And I've been saying this for a while, that, you know, all these old wounds from the planet and from the ego consciousness are coming up now, because this energy coming to the planet is so high vibrational that the low vibrational energy cannot exist in that. It can't survive in that. So that's kind of what's happening, is that the ego energy of this planet it's kind of an ego death, okay? But it takes time. It's not done like that. But us who are sensitive, so that we feel these energies very much on the body, we are maybe the first ones who's going to go through that ego death, okay? So be open for that as well. Yeah, but what's happening now in April and May is profound, I have to say. That's what they're showing me. Okay, is there any more information, please? Okay. Yeah. So Christ consciousness is very present. They say, tell them they are loved. Okay, and they're showing me Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, and the Christ, Jeshua or Jesus Christ, and they are saying, call upon them, or call upon whomever it is that's really comforting for you. If it's Archangel Michael, if it's Jeshua, if it is Mother Mary, if it is somebody else that you believe in, or if it's an ancestor of yours, call upon the one that gives you the most comfort and love. Okay. And they just told me, tell them they are loved. I'm getting chills now. Tell them they are loved. So receive that loving energy. And that's what's going to be in this heart, frequency awakening in May, the heart activation. It's just going to be so much love coming from the universe to you. Okay, you're going to feel that in your heart. And it's no escaping it, because when you feel that strong love from Christ, you cannot do anything but cry, because it's just so loving and so profound. And that's when we're opening up, and that's when we're releasing all this sorrow within us, all this grief. So it's going to be a big month, I feel. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, I think I'm going to close it down there. This video is going to be so long today. I'm sorry about that, people, but I needed to kind of go back a little bit and explain, and there's a lot more channeled information. I'm going to make some videos here and there and share that with you, but this was important that I wanted to kind of jump on and share with you today. So comment in the comment section if you have gone through something similar. Comment regarding how you want this monthly to be done, or if you have any advice on how I should do this channel. I'm just showing up and sharing what I got, but there's definitely room for improvement. So you just share your thoughts with me. That's totally okay. Or not okay, it's welcomed. Yeah, I think that was it. So thank you so much for being with me today. You have my love. Thank you so much for supporting this channel, and I wish you the very best. Till the next time I see you.